The regular meeting to order and start with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I will make the motion to approve the meeting agenda with one change. We're going to eliminate D, special presentations to the board. The council presentation will be done in September. All the other items remain the same. Could I get a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, thank you for that. Pearl, do we have any blue cards? Kind of quiet. I will make a motion that the Central Square School District Board of Education hereby move into executive session to discuss matters leading to the appointment of one person with action to follow. Can I get a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? We'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay, could I get a motion to come back into regular session? And a second? Ken, Randy? Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. On to item E. Can I get a motion to accept item E in its entirety? Get a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? Take it away, Tom.
All right. So we've got some congratulations and some welcome aboards here. So if we can first have Chuck Paquet. So Chuck is our new assistant transportation supervisor. It's got a wealth of knowledge. It's got TransFinder experience that's going to be very, very handy with a district our size when you're building those runs. So congratulations, Chuck. Also, I believe we have a former Central Square student, now teacher, Brian Ramirez Holland. Congratulations. Welcome aboard. And then we also have Tom Sweeney, who is our new executive high school principal / director of counseling and pathways to success. Congratulations, Tom. Welcome aboard.
Yep, congratulations and thank you. On to item F. Can I get a motion to accept item F in 1 and 6? Can I get a second? I'll second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, on to item G. We'll start, since our student rep is not here, board members. I'll start the discussion for the organizational meeting. If you could think about who you would want to have as a guest or presenter for the upcoming year, because we'll be talking about that. If you could just let me know, we'll get it into Pearl. I know for me, I'd like to have the new superintendent for BOCES to come in and to give a presentation. So we'll get that on the calendar. And so those are the types of things that we'll be talking about. Like last year, we had the athletic director come in. Mm-hmm. So if there's just somebody that you would like to have present to the board, then let me know. We'll get it on the thing, and we'll get it scheduled out. Anybody have anything?
No, because Micron hadn't got the superintendents the money because they were paying for all of us, just leave it on the county. So that is now going to be in October, and we're all going to go down there, which is good because we also a priority is to go to that school district and to see how they brace themselves for their massive influx of enrollment, and also look at their micro-credentialing that they did there as pathways, the Micron pathway. So that's in October.
Okay, great. And the only other thing was, Steve, related to presenters, we'll put the warning out now, transportation with some changes that are looking for.
And I've got a coffee appointment at the end of July with my Micron rep, with
Great.
Joe Nemec. So I'm going to start calling his name out to start putting pressure on him. So anybody else have anything? Take it away, Tom.
I just want to say, again, it was a tough experience with the first budget going down, but there's lessons for all of us. At the end of the day, we're very grateful. We had over 1,000 more yes votes than no votes. I want to say it was 1,783 yes votes to 780-ish no votes. The no votes will always be there, and we understand. There are people that are retired and a fixed income. I just personally need to make sure that I'm doing my job, not just in the 3 months leading up to the budget, but really getting the pulse of the community on what they're interested in. We're ahead of the game right now because we already know that it's probably going to be a 2%. If we can, if we can lobby and maybe get it to a 3%, that would be great. But as of right now, it's a 2% increase in foundation aid. So that would mean if we go out with another 3%, we'd be making about another $1.2 million in cuts for next year. So it's very, very important. I had many people, I don't know, hundreds. I had hundreds of people call me in the 3 weeks leading, or the 2 weeks leading up to the revote. A lot of them saying, put the same budget up. We're going to pass it this time. And I said, no, we can't do that, because if it goes down, then we run the risk of having to cut $2.2 million, which would be significant staffing positions and student programming. But they had all said the same thing. If we can come out in the majority and really move this, would you be interested in going up with a little bit more so that we can, continue the trajectory of where we're going with these opportunities for students? And I said, those are things that we will look at. Well, they came out with over 1,000 yes votes. It's going to be very important starting in the fall, and I'm going to have Google surveys and whatnot, but I really want to make sure that the community, there's complete transparency. They see everything that we have, so we're not waiting until the last minute where there's social media campaigns or misinformation, the whole 9 yards. We want this community to fully know what we have and why we are doing the things that we're doing. And again, we're in this strange waiting area because the numbers are going to come. Micron is coming, and even if it comes out and only does 25% of the scale that they're talking about, it will be the largest industrial movement that has happened in the Northeast, and it will significantly impact this community. Every Micron committee I've been to, they're on point as they put out stuff, and it showed that the number one area of available land that's only 6.5 miles away from the Clay site is the Central Square School District. So we know that changes are going to be coming. I think in the next 2 to 4 years, we're going to start to see major developments and small, like in Camillus has the Township 5s popping up. And when you have things like that, you're going to start to see more restaurants, you're going to start to see hotel, you're going to see medical facilities. And when that happens, again, you're going to see more families. And when you have more families, you have more of a tax base. And so the Central Square you see right now is going to look a lot different 5 years out. And we need to prepare for that. So we're excited. We're going to do our homework starting in the fall to really provide those opportunities. I had some parents that were new to the district. We had a very eloquent speaker in the community, spoke at the last board meeting, and I told him that I used to do those breakfast with the superintendent and then, after dinner meetings with the superintendent on the same day. And I want to get back to that. And I want to be able to have parents come in and share their concerns, because we don't really have a huge number of people that come to our board meetings for whatever reason, but no one's going to be able to say that we're not communicating or offering those opportunities because it's so important. We just had interviews for student board reps. I will say right now, you'll know before I even tell them, we're going with 2 amazing as co-student board reps, and I think that they're going to do a wonderful job really getting the students on board as well. And when you get the student voice, that's the goal right there. So that pretty much concludes this is going to be an extremely busy summer for our staff, especially now that we have a new executive high school principal, and we're going to be able to hit the ground running starting July 1. So we're looking forward to that, and in many, many months and years to come. Thank you.
Okay, could I get a motion for item H in its entirety? Get a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? Got to get a motion for item I, adjournment. Get a second? Randy, I'm going to thank you for all of your years of service to the board, and I want to thank you. It will not be the same. Yeah.
I expect the late phone calls on Saturdays and Sundays when you see people that shouldn't be around on snowmobiles. Let me know. Thank you, Andy. Good point.
Yeah, so that will end the discussion. All those in favor of adjournment?